this morning we've gotten reports that some communities have even lost power due to the possible snowy conditions in their neighborhoods. Rio Rancho was one of them, and then right next door in Rio Rancho, people at home were tweeting us, telling us that it was pretty bad there too. Right now we have News 13's David Romero live out in Rio Rancho. And David, we saw that video from earlier this morning. The snow was coming down pretty bad out there.
It was for a short while, but as with any storm in New Mexico, it could come and go in about 5 minutes. This is all we're left with right now. Take a look here down by my feet. You can see it's just a real light dusting that ended up on the ground, kind of a real wet snow. I'm going to have Jeremiah pan up here. You can see what's left on the bush over here. Not really a whole lot. Then as we look off to the right here, just a little bit further, we can see the streets are wet, but of course they are passable at this time. It was a whole different story earlier when we had a lot of fog to deal with when we came in here to the Rio Rancho area. Now, of course, this took everybody by surprise. Now, on my drive in to this area through the streets of Albuquerque, those were wet as well, but of course, passable. Now, when we reached the Coors bypass area by Cottonwood Mall, that's when the fog started to set in. As you came in further into Rio Rancho along 528, visibility was greatly reduced. 20 feet at best, as little as 10 feet, but of course that cleared up at about 5:30. It just the skies opened up overhead, and of course that fog just kind of disappeared. Now we also want to mention too that the temperatures have dropped with the clouds clearing overhead, so that's going to be a concern as you come out this morning. You're going to want to make sure you bundle up, and of course those temperatures are dropping as we speak. Now, I'm talking to Kristen before I came out here. She was mentioning that a lot of this is going to be burning up by mid-morning, and that's of course going to help because we need the sun in here to make sure that the fog doesn't come back. As we look off towards the south where Albuquerque is, we can see there is a low-lying cloud level in that area. So it could be there's some snow that might come down later on this morning. We never know. Back to you.
You know what? You're totally right. We do need that moisture. David, thank you so much. We'll check back with you in the next half hour.